Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Poke fans, and others who some puns video. I'm SoresanCrockxen here with episode 1 review of Pokemon Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures. That title is not going to fit, so I'm probably going to shorten it to Pokemon S and M UA. I think that's the way. SMUA. I think that's definitely the way we're going to do this. So first off, I want to say, so I totally forgot that today was supposed to be the premiere of the new English dub Pokemon Sun and Moon Ultra Adventure stuff. I found out because I went on Twitter this morning when I woke up, and I was looking through my feed, and all of a sudden I see Pokemon talking about the first episode of Pokemon Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures. And I'm like, wait, that was today? So I was like, dang it, I missed it. And I ended up checking on the TV. And thank God that Disney XD does like reruns during the day, because 6 o'clock is when this episode comes out. That's way too early for anything. Like straight up on a Saturday? Bruh. I'm not doing that. So what I ended up doing, or what I'm going to be doing, is I have it set up so that it records it, because we're going to get like a whole week of episodes. You know, tomorrow there's another episode, Monday there's another episode, Tuesday there's another episode, Wednesday there's like, I don't know why they decided to do that. That's it's very rude. And then after like next Saturday they're going to do the weekly thing, which is dumb. But at least when I get back, the show will be at 9. However, I don't have cable at my place, so I'm probably going to have to wait for it to get posted online somewhere, some way or form. I don't know. And my Saturdays over there are kind of weird. I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I'm going to try my best to have at least the review app on Saturdays. But that's like, listen to me. I've been talking for like 2 minutes. I haven't even talked about the friggin' episode. I apologize for that. So this is the introduction to what I guess will be our storyline for the next couple months before whatever the next game is announced. Unless it's the remake, then I guess we have a little bit longer. I don't know how they're going to handle this. Point stance. First off, I want to say I'm going to try to keep these reviews kind of like how I did the last episode review that I made, because I feel like they're a little bit better, at least better structured than the old ones. So first off, things I liked. I like that, you know, they showed off all these Pokemon. We have an idea of who our characters are going to be for this one. They finally show us all the Tapus, which is great. And they gave us a little bit of a history on the Ultra Beast and basically the war that happened back in the day. What I didn't like, I don't like how much info they try to shove in there, and I also don't like the fact that Ash knows who Solgaleo and Lunana are. I don't understand why they did that. That wasn't a thing that was established prior to this, right? They never even talked about these two Pokemon in the previous series, and all of a sudden Ash knows who these guys are without any sort of explanation of why he knows their names. The other thing that kind of bugged me, but it's more along the lines of that's not how it was in the games, is the fact that Lusamine and Lily already show them interacting with each other, and they're like completely different to how they were in the games. Lily is kind of confrontational in the game, kind of like Sun and Moon. I don't know Ultra Sun and Ultra. Point stance. Lily is somewhat confrontational when they meet her in Ultra Space, but Lusamine seems like way too different from her game counterpart. Like in the game counterpart, she didn't care about her kids. She didn't care about any of them. First of all, the main conflict is the fact that Ultra Beast killed her husband, and then she's out here trying to get Ultra Beast because Ultra Beast is all she cares about. But in this one, it's more along the lines of Lusamine really loves her kids. Right now, she shows way too much affection of Lily. She's like, oh my gosh, she's my baby. She's so cute. She's so adorable. Look how much you've changed. Look how much you've grown. And then Lily gets embarrassed. And they have like a spit in the middle of the episode where Lily's confronting her about how all she cares about is her own feelings. She never talks to her about her feelings or anybody else's feelings. It's all about Lusamine, which is fine, right? I don't like hate that. It's just kind of weird considering how they established her in the games as a total, like she's the villain of the games. And all of a sudden here she's like, whatever. I'm assuming they're going to throw this off somewhere where she looks nice. Because technically speaking, in the game, when you first meet her, she's nice to you. Although they kind of rushed that to the point where then Lusamine becomes a whack job immediately after the next time you meet her. I doubt they're going to pull that off here. But maybe when the Ultra Beast starts showing up, Lusamine will go a little bit insane because, like I said, she is still fanatic of the Ultra Beast. She's still trying to learn more about them. They also showed Kukui's wife. I don't remember her, like Professor Garnett, I think is what she's called. Don't quote me on that because I'm gonna have to learn her name because I really don't know too much about the games because I didn't really care for them. But she shows up. I know she's his wife though, and that's the weird thing because they're not establishing that they're married right now. Like from what I recall in the games, they're a couple. They're actually like husband and wife. Yet in this episode, they're kind of treated like they're strangers, which makes absolutely no sense. I don't know why they did that. That's not really like a big plot point. Like, why do you need to hide this fact unless they're just not together at all in the anime, which again just makes absolutely no sense. There was no Team Rocket, which I liked. Please, this is what I want. I don't need Team Rocket if they're not necessary at all. So just don't have them there. Because this episode was, because of how much information was in this episode, I feel like they didn't really have a way to shove Team Rocket in there. Although they probably could have done that anyways if they really wanted to. But there was no logical sense in putting them in this episode because it wouldn't have flowed well in what was happening in the episode. There was too much information. Lunala and Solgaleo showing up. You had a Nebi, which obviously we know that whole naming thing. I'm not even going to go over it. But we have Nebi showing up. We have the learning of Lusamine. We hear the storyline of the Solgaleo, Lunala, the Tapus fighting the Ultra Beast. We get a little bit of like Team Aether stuff. We get Tapu Koko is showing off in there talking to Ash. Then you have Ash and the gang meeting Lusamine and the group. And then like the interactions there. Like there was just too much information in this one episode to shove Team Rocket anywhere and have it somewhat make sense. So I'm glad they didn't do that. I just wish they didn't show up when there was just one story arc that we were focusing on. They also had like Gladion show up. They showed a scene with him and Type Null and all that stuff. So there's too much in there to like knowingly put Team Rocket in there and have it make sense, which I'm glad they didn't. I went too long on that ramble talking about why Team Rocket not being in the episode makes sense. But anyways, they showed off all these characters. They showed off all this stuff. It's obviously, this is a setup episode because it's the first one. So they got to set up what our story arc is going to be. Obviously, Ash is going to keep Nebi, or Cosmo, I guess it's actually called. Type Null apparently knows what's going on, which obviously he was created to fight Ultra Beast. And now we see that Gladion is with Type Null, so there's probably going to be some story arc there. Lusamine with Lily, I like the fact that she looks like she's going to be more involved. Because that's one of my issues with Sun and Moon in the first place, is the fact that we meet her once, she's totally nice, she's kind of weird, but she's really nice to you as a player. And then the next time you meet her, which is like way later, she's a freaking psychopath and everything goes to crap. So I like the fact that it seems like she's going to be used more, and the fact that she's on good terms with her kids. I mean, Lily obviously has that confrontational with her, but at least it looks like there's somewhat of a connection in there. Means that we're going to get some Lusamine, Lily, Lusamine, Gladion, Lusamine, Lily, Gladion type of stuff. Story arc, which is nice because it's gonna flesh her out more as a character. It's definitely gonna help Lily and Gladion as a sibling pair, and it's gonna make the family look more cohesive, I guess, if you want to call it that. Wick is kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about her yet. She is the only good character in the Aether Foundation in the games, so I mean they might do something with that. Faba is obviously the villain. At least that's how they're setting him up to be. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't really care too much. Like I said, I don't really care about these characters in the game. So this is their chance to like maybe make an impression on me. So the fact that they're trying to set up Faba as like this, the bad one of the group seems kind of off. Because, I mean, he was like the second guy type of thing. We didn't see too much of Team Skull. We still haven't met. That's actually the other part. We haven't met any like of the Team Skull like higher ups. I mean, I guess we have a feeling that Gladion isn't a part of it, which we got the hint of that last season. Hopefully we're going to see more interactions there. Guzma hasn't shown up, and neither has that one chick with crazy hair. So we might have to see more of those guys, which is then going to incorporate to Lusamine. Maybe we're going to get something there. There's a lot of arcs in here that we need to focus on. Obviously, the Tapu The Tapus look like they're going to be playing a major role here, which is great because I like Tapus and I want to see more of them. We still haven't seen Tapu Bulu and Tapu Fini interact with Ash. Obviously, we've seen Tapu Koko and Tapu Lele. We need to see the other Tapus, especially Tapu Fini, because she's my favorite. I know they don't have genders, but for me, Tapu Fini is a female. So is Tapu Lele and Tapu Koko, Tapu Bulu are males. Whatever. Point stands. I want to see more of these Tapus interact. I really am intrigued with how they're going to handle the Ultra Beast stuff, because there's a lot of them. Like, a lot of them. Way too many of them. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to handle that versus the 4 Guardians. And then obviously Nebby's going to be the other thing. I guess that's going to be another episode, another video I'm going to do later down the line. Like, how they're going to handle Nebby evolving. Because obviously it evolves from Cosmog to Cosmium. And then eventually it turns either Lunala or Segalia, depending on what game you have. How they're going to handle that in terms of the anime. Because Cosmog can't evolve into both of them. That makes absolutely no sense. Unless they do a thing where it turns into one and then reverts back to Cosmium and then turns into the other one. Which, again, is kind of dumb. I don't know how they're going to handle that. Like I said, that might be a video I make separate down the line. Not right now, for sure. I'm just going to leave it there. But I'm definitely interested. There's a lot of story arcs here. As I've been saying a lot during this review, there's a lot of story arcs here that they're going to be able to focus on. So there's a lot of substance here, and I'm kind of worried if they're going to be able to handle it properly. But with how the last season went, even though there's a lot of stuff that was wrong in that one, I feel like they're going to be able to at least flesh out some of these story arcs correctly, properly, and then it's going to have like a nice payoff at the end. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it for all of them, but I am at least intrigued and interested to see how they're going to handle some of these story arcs going forward. Tomorrow, it's going to be a new episode every day until next Saturday. So I'm going to try my hardest to come out with a video every day with a new review. That might be tedious. I don't know how I'm going to do it, because there's obviously other videos I have to make as well. And then, so to add a review on top of it seems like a lot of work. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment sections down below. How did you feel about the episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you kind of iffy on where this stuff is going to go? Right now, what are you most interested to see? And let me know if you like this type of... I mean, I know I was a little bit rambling in the beginning and kind of in the middle there. But if you like this type of review style instead of the old school of like going through every single point of the episode... which style you prefer? Like I said, I kind of prefer this one because I can go into more in-depth stuff on the stuff that I want to talk about, and instead of going on huge tangents with each thing. So let me know down below. I've been SoresanCrockxen. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in future videos.